Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, That's Fine With Me. Today, we're going to be talking about hypocrites, let's say, and about situation that is going on and it's building over internet. And I guess we're going to witness some sort of rivalry between YouTubers, TikTokers, probably Instagrams, but I guess Instagram is somewhere in between and it's not claiming any sort of territory. That's why we're just mainly going to be talking about TikTok and YouTube. Both of those platforms, they're full of YouTubers and influencers as well as TikTok. But to be specific, I feel there is some sort of rivalry that is building between YouTubers and TikTokers because both of them, not even both of them, but both of the parties, they're gaining lots of views. And a lot of people are kind of jealous and envious of the success of TikTok and the way that a lot of companies, they moved from YouTube to TikTok to promote their products. And a lot of influencers, they're left out of the game. So I'm going to be specifically mentioning some information that I gathered myself. And quick disclaimer, I'm not insisting this is the only way around. In case you have your sort of stories to share, experience, let me know through my mail that is going to be listed down in the description box where you can share your information 100% anonymous. So let's jump right into today's podcast. Okay, we discussed so many different topics and juicy and interesting topics on this channel, and about my in-laws, about some situations that are happening right now all over the world with economy, with China, all of it. And I came across this real interesting videos that are all over the internet, and specifically, let's say YouTube, where a lot of, let's say, influencers and YouTubers are literally hating TikTokers for certain aspects and for certain content. So let me get started with the juicy part. I know that the boom of TikTok started, I guess, in 2020 when the pandemic started. And before that, no one really knew about TikTok. And if I'm not mistaken, TikTok got popular around 2019. Not even 2019, but I guess 2020. Yeah, when everyone got locked up in their apartments. And of course, a lot of people, they got popular on this platform, a lot of them. And you know that some people's, they got over 100 millions of viewers and subscribers. I don't remember the guy. He's from Italy, if I'm mistaken, and he's doing this really cool sketches where a lot of I don't even know, like small short videos were teaching you how to do certain hack, and he was like, there are a little bit better way to do that, and he's doing this really funny shorts about the ways you can easily solve an issue and problem without some really hard instructions that others are offering in their videos just for views. This is a 5-minute craft, something like this, and they're doing something really weird, and this guy, he's actually showing how you can do something simple without wasting a lot of time. Out of this platform grew up so many influencers that we know, Michaela and Nora Smith, if I'm not mistaken. All of them are famous in their own niche. And I saw a couple of weeks ago a video from a YouTuber saying that influencer insanity, or the title was something like this. And I kind of agree with the content that some of the videos on TikTok are not relatable. They're pissing people off, especially with some certain titles, or with certain, like the coloring book, for example. People are coloring the picture and there's specifically missing a spot. So it's pissing others off. And then they start this rivalry in the comments and they're saying, like, why did you miss the spot? And this person is intentionally doing this over and over again. That's actually, and the thing that happened on TikTok with algorithm, that if you are leaving some comments and engaging with a channel, then TikTok recognizes this as something successful, and he's pushing this further and further to other audience, to like some other people. And of course, there is a difference between, let's say, YouTube algorithm and TikTok algorithm, because YouTube specifically is aiming for likes, the duration of the video, of course, and comments, the engagement. And for TikTok, your video doesn't have to be pleasing, let's say. It doesn't have to gain a lot of likes. It's more important for you to stay as long on the channel as possible and leave your comments. So this is a difference. If I'm getting this in the right way, I'm not really good at this, but as far as I can tell, a lot of influencers were describing this, let's say, engagement the way I described right now. And I got the video from other, let's say, influencers who were talking specifically about TikTokers like Nora Smith. It's a little bit unreal. I can agree that in 10 days, when you give birth, in 10 days, you hardly can, get up and do anything at home. And she's showing that she's up on her legs, let's say, and doing some like, bruschetta or something difficult that takes hours and hours to make, and for her family. And she's only 10 days after the labor. So it's a little bit unreal. And a lot of people are saying that it's weird and it's pissing others off. But she gets so many different views and, let's say, likes and comments that she gets over 10 million views every single time. And honestly, I don't care if this person can get it. Of course, if it's not harmful content, if it's not, you know, about intoxication, if it's not talking about kids, some sort of like exploitation, if it's a great content where someone is showing the way he or she or someone cooks something from scratch, it's their business. And people are finding this aesthetically pleasing. And of course, no one would feel bad if you don't really do this. But I see a lot of influencers on YouTube, they try to show this as something unhealthy and crazy. Yeah, it might be crazy, but it's for entertaining purposes only. And I'm pretty much sure no one is taking this seriously. If you have time and energy to cook something from scratch, go ahead. No one is going to blame you for not doing this, or no one is going to blame you for doing. But when someone like Nora Smith is showing this on her channel, a lot of influencers are like, what? It's so unreal. What? It's so bad. Here and this and that. It's so weird when people are criticizing a person for doing something. Yeah, she has help. She has probably nannies. She has probably her husband, by the way, who's helping with kids. So why do you miss the point that not every single person is allowed to have help? Yeah, I know it, but it's just for you to watch and just get some let's say aesthetics out of the video. And what is weird about this whole thing with influencers and YouTubers is it's so hypocritical when all those influencers I actually checked, they had their channel devoted to absolutely different types of let's say content creation. And mainly I got one that was doing makeup tutorials. It was makeup related channel. The other girl, she was doing MLMs, I guess MLMs or MLMs, I guess MLMs companies videos. And when they filmed their first video about influencer insanity on TikTok, they got so many positive comments and reviews from others who were saying like, finally someone can see that it's so unreal, and please don't fall for that. So these influencers, they got so many subscribers and so many views that they started implementing this type of content more and more and more. So here's the thing. Why is it hypocritical? That you didn't really care about these influencers. You didn't really care about these TikTokers up until the point where you filmed one video only telling how ridiculous this is. You got an enormous amount of views and subscribers, and then you carried on with this routine. You carried on with this, let's say, stigma. And how is it making you different from these TikTokers? I'm saying when a TikToker is filming some video about, let's say, this like breakfast from scratch, yeah, she's not saying that you should do the same thing. She's not saying that, oh, you should feel bad that you're not doing the same thing for your kids or for your husband and you're not a stay-at-home mom. And when she sees the gap, let's say, and when she sees that these videos are gaining so many positive views and so many positive comments, then they're starting to fill in this gap the same way you do. When you see that this video is about TikTokers are gaining a lot of, let's say, subscribers and views, you start filming more, as well as these TikTokers who are doing their videos. And then when they're doing something wrong and people are pissing off over this, let's say, situation, they start filming more content like this, because otherwise, why would you subscribe if you hate this if you hate this channel? Because they're not only gaining lots of views and lots of comments, but they're still gaining a lot of different subscribers. That's why my assumption is that people are not that pissed off if they're subscribing. If they didn't if they didn't really like the content, they would just leave a comment and then scroll down and watch some other influencer. But if they're subscribing, then they're interested in this type of content, as well as your subscribers. I mean, I'm talking about YouTubers who are interested in this type of content that is shitting the TikTokers about their day. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying they are wrong. I'm saying that it's a little bit hypocritical to say that it's weird when those TikTokers are filming this weird content and when they're doing something intentionally to piss you off, and then you find the same gap, you find what is interesting right now, and you're doing pretty much the same. You're filming the content that is interesting and is getting engagement and subscribers. That's why I don't understand. I'm just like, where am I? where am I at? Let's say I have an Instagram, I have my TikTok page, and I have my YouTube page. My YouTube page I consider to be my main page, let's say. Oh, and I have my Pinterest. I consider this to be my main page. I film so many different videos for my YouTube, and for TikTok, there's some like time where I post 2 videos a day, 2 shorts, let's say, a day. Then my Instagram, I completely forgot about my Instagram. I am gonna um, you know, do something for my Instagram a little bit later. I have this in plans. I have some ideas. I have something. I picture this in my head. But right now, I just want to live it like this, and I'm not going to be posting on Instagram because I know that I have to like probably delete the whole page and start this over with a little bit different content, with a little bit different photos, and it's just a whole different story. I need to rebrand the whole Instagram page. As a person who is posting videos on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, I don't really get that stressed out about TikTokers that are gaining lots of views, and I understand. Let's say, fair, I watched some videos for influencers, and other videos were for companies, how to get influencers to work for you and not to pay them money. Yeah, I saw a lot of those videos, and I saw a couple of videos from influencers saying that you should charge companies for your work. And I did not know anything about that. And they're showing the tables, the pricing, they're showing a lot of things that you're missing out if you're just getting some views and you have no idea how much you should charge the company for certain PR boxes, for certain, let's say, commercials and all of it. And I see a lot of influencers, especially on TikTok, like Michaela. Yeah, she was shamed for so many videos like Lashgate. She was shamed for some skincare when she showed at least 6 skincare routines in a month, and people are still watching. That's why you shouldn't pay attention to the content. Like, no, you should pay attention to the content, but most of the time it's for entertainment purposes, and I understand that, as well as the others. When I scroll down my TikTok, most of the time I get bored because all of these videos are quite similar, and most of these videos are quite stupid. Some of these videos are really stupid. For example, you're scrolling down your TikTok and you stumble across a guy who's sitting beside the table, and he's just like doing absolutely nothing. And there is a sentence or a phrase on top of his head like, "So why did you stop to watch my video? Scroll down." Something like this. It's so stupid. And this type of videos, they're gaining lots of views and they're becoming viral. And I have no idea why, but it's the algorithm. It's about the whole situation that, Chinese company established when they created TikTok as a platform. And hating on that is weird. Just keep on scrolling or delete your TikTok. I don't really use my TikTok for like every single day. Yeah, when I upload my videos, most of the time I'm off the platform. I don't really want to waste my time on something, but I would search for probably some design ideas. I would search for some makeup ideas if I need to get my inspiration. And yeah, that's something that I will probably stick to and search. But some stupid and random videos from really weird guys, I will just keep on scrolling, and eventually they will get out of my search line. Not even search. Out of my search, I guess. So yeah, guys, what do you think about this whole situation, this whole rivalry between YouTubers and TikTokers? Should it be a theme? Like, is it a jealousy from YouTubers, or they got to the point where they know they can judge others and gain so many like not even video, they can gain a lot of positive feedback from people that are so tired of TikTok? My advice as someone who's just, I don't know, far from all this platforms, let's say, to scroll this nonstop, just get off the platform. Don't watch these videos. There's always going to be someone, selling you. There's always going to be someone telling you that it's right or wrong. It's you who should think um, with like cold head when you see some Nora Smith content and she's creating some cornflakes from scratch. Is it possible for you to do that? I don't know, maybe. Would you try this? Why not? I feel like I could try this. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe it has no added sugars, too much sugars, and all of that. If I have time in the evening, I can prep this the next morning and feed my kids. Maybe if I have this, maybe you have really calm kids that are sitting and doing like playing with toys and they're not crying. It might work for you. Why not? So if you have something like this in your life, why can't you try some of the Nara Smith videos that she's showing not even videos, but recipes that are shown in her videos. I feel like it's pretty, it's aesthetically pleasing. She's doing this calmly. She's very well put together. She's beautiful. I don't really mind watching her videos. I don't mind YouTubers talking shit about TikTokers. It's just, I don't know. Most of it is for views. They found their niche, they found their gap in TikTok, and you on YouTube found your niche and your gap that you can judge them and get views out of it. So they're literally creating content for your content. So it's just like they're bringing you abundance with subscribers and let's say PR packages, probably commercials, probably, you know, just they're bringing you money. And that's why it's always easy to be judgmental, which I get. I am judgmental sometimes, but try to think of it as like it's a circle of money. You're judging TikTokers, they're judging YouTubers, YouTubers are judging TikTokers, and just like vice versa. I see this a lot. That's why I wanted to bring this up as a topic of a podcast and ask you guys if you've noticed anything like this. Okay, I'm gonna see you in my next podcast. This one is a short essay, but I guess a good one to discuss and have a conversation started. Love you all, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Bye bye.